Alright, so here it is, a couple weeks later. I was talking to my father-in-law, and he was telling me that he's had trouble with the ECU in this car before. And he went ahead and gave me his code reader that he bought, I think, for this car, because he was having a few problems with it over the 7 years he's had it. So he gave me the code reader, and sure enough, one of my worst fears confirmed. Crankshaft position sensor A, circuit malfunction. Confirmed. So my crankshaft position sensor went out. It's rare that you get two things go out because the old fuel pump also doesn't work, or I guess stopped working right around the same time. But this is just kind of funny that I had two things literally go bad at the same time on this car. At least they're both electronic, but the thing that kind of hurts is that this one is not going to be an easy one. I'm going to have to pull off the timing cover to access this.
So I was watching a video on YouTube, and this guy, while he was replacing the crankshaft position sensor on his 2004 Sonata, Santa Fe, he found that, and I get the feeling that that's the cable too. That's the HME sensor. Yeah, that's for that. My guess is that's going to be it, huh? So, it's going to be this, that, and actually, this might be a little bit less complex than inside the Santa Fe. Might be able to see inside right there. If I pull this out, and something's wrong with it, huh? All right, I'm going to investigate a little bit, and I'll come back to you. Okay, so I used this wonderful thing right here to slice open that protective casing to take a look at how those wires are doing. And while those wires, they're not great, they're definitely making a connection, though. You can actually just see it right there. It's making a perfectly fine connection. So maybe it could be a break further down. I have to go down there anyway, so I'm going to have to come back with more tools. So the curse continues with this car, and let me refer to the curse. So far I've had a bunch of things break around this car. The fuel pump and the sensor broke at the same time. While I've been trying to fix it, I've actually had a number of things break at the same time too, and the curse continues because my jack doesn't jack, so I'm using the stock jack, the scissor jack. And let me tell you, I'll give you a nice review of the 2004 Hyundai scissor jack. It is scary but effective, and it takes a lot of muscle power when you're using this rusty hook and the crowbar that comes with it to take it, to jack it up. So yeah, that's a plus. That's a feature. I'm gonna have to pull, looks like a few tenths, pull that lower cover off so I can see the lower belt. I did get the first belt on the top loose. I gotta get the second one that connects to the alternator done, and I should be good after that. That'll be fun. We are getting to the point where we needed to remove the motor mount, and I am without an 11/16 or 17 deep socket. So back to the drawing board for now. So I finally got the motor mount off. Took a little bit. Oh wow, might need to replace that motor mount. Oh no, that's normal. Never mind. I'm just tripping. Yeah, motor mount's fine. That's just a buffer. So got the motor mount off. I'm able to move the engine up and down so I can get clearance on bolts. And that is exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm getting clearance on a couple things so I can pull a couple things off. And it looks like that is loose now. Almost. This is the fun part, is pulling bolts through pulleys. You can see it turning back there. Right through the top. This is always the fun part. Nope, I think that's it. Got the first one out. Boom. And I had the clearance to be able to pull it all the way out. Okay, so now I got this out. What I gotta do next is I gotta detach that hose bolt over there, so that way I can lift this up a little bit more and out of the way. So now I need to go grab a 10 off of the seat. I'm gonna do that. Is that it? Oh, look at that. All right, let me pull this out. All right, let's see.
What did you drop?
I have no idea. One more bolt. It's down there. So first, I have to jack this up a little bit to pull this top bolt out, and then I have to lower it to pull the bottom bolt out. And then I'll have that pulley out. All right, let's take a look. It's not horrible enough to do any major damage, though. Yeah. No, even though it does have a little bit of rub, it's not doing horrible. Well, I'm halfway there. I might as well finish. Okay, so I wasn't able to do much with that original plan because it ended up not being the problem. My next thing is now I have to pull off the alternator belt and pull off this pulley here. So that way I can access the actual part that I have to actually replace. That means I'm gonna have to go and pull the soldering iron too.
Oh, fantastic.
I know, this is gonna be fun. All right, here I go again on this bullshit. Day 27. Just kidding, it's actually been like 2 months since I started this whole thing. Right now, I'm getting on the part where, sorry, I'm just seeing if this fits this. Where I pull the harmonic balancer off. And that part is fun. I had to push my car all the way over here to close to where there's house power so I could power that thing. And I need to power that thing so I can power this thing right here. So that's what I'm working on next. So I gotta jack it back up. I gotta power this thing, zap that tire off, get in there and pull the harmonic balancer off. That's my goal for today. All right, so the tire's zapped off. I've been hammering away at it for the last few minutes. I just sprayed some liquid wrench on there, so hopefully that penetrating oil will get in there and I'll be able to get back at it with this thing. Just try to get it off. But the thing I worry about is that this compressor may not have enough to be able to get the job done. So we'll see. Here it is the next day, and I had a real men of genius moment. I sang the song and everything from the old Budweiser radio commercials, Real Men of Genius. I only had to undo those 4 bolts. These 4 bolts, only those 4 bolts, comes right off. All right. Now it's time for me to get the rest of this done. So I'm there, and once I get this cover off and the cover above it off, I'll be able to get that damn piece replaced. So I'll see you when I get there. The top timing belt cover off, and I noticed a big problem. So when I was trying to pull on it while I could barely get it off, it did okay, but now that I'm looking at it, it's doing a little bit of this. So my theory is that the tensioner, the tensioner died. The belt down here lost teeth. The tensioner died, and basically that gave its ghost when I drove that one day in December. So that's it. That is a Ford Fiesta making that noise, by the way. So yeah, my best bet is this car. It's better off I leave it alone. Paid $1,000 for it from my father-in-law. We definitely got our use out of it. I've taken her all the way to Seattle once, and it was a fun car while it lasted, but now it's done.